Hello, Expectful community. My name is Melissa. I'm a holistic mindfulness and movement practitioner, and I'm joining you today with a 20-minute strength flow. This flow is specifically designed for those of you on your fertility journey who may be experiencing discomfort through the abdominal area. Because of this, we're going to avoid any movements that bring us down onto the belly or can create any further discomfort. And instead, we're going to focus on strengthening the areas of the hips and the shoulders in our practice. You don't need any props. You'll just need a mat, your body, and your breath. So when you're ready, join me and let's get moving. So when you're ready, we're going to step to the back of the mat. And your feet are about hip width apart, maybe slightly narrower than hip width apart. And just take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, maybe just bend and stretch the knees a little bit and really ground into your feet. We're going to start with a roll down. So again, if you're feeling any discomfort through the abdominals, just keep your abdominals nice and soft. Let them kind of roll down with you naturally. If you're feeling okay, then we're going to actively engage the abdominals. So take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, hug the belly in and up. Nod your chin to your chest. Roll the shoulders forward and soften your knees as you slowly roll yourself down. Again, if there's a little bit of discomfort through your midsection, just let the belly be soft and feel more of a stretch to the back body. When the hands arrive closer to the ground, generously bend the knees so you can plant your palms to the earth, and you're going to slowly walk yourself forward, coming all the way out to plank, pausing for a moment, and then slowly walking yourself back. And what we're trying to avoid is this sort of hip swing here, so keeping things as stable as possible. When you arrive back on your feet, slowly rolling yourself up, again, abdominals engaged or belly a little bit softer. Take a breath in at the top, and then we're going to do it again. Exhale, chin to the chest, shoulders round forward, knees soften, and the arms are really relaxed here as we just let gravity take us towards the earth. Generous bend to the knees until your palms connect to the earth, keeping the hips as steady as possible. Walk yourself out to a high plank. Pause. And then walk yourself back. A little more challenging to keep the hips steady on the way back. Plant your heels, nod chin to chest, and slowly roll yourself up. Beautiful. We're going to do this 3 more times. So taking it at your own pace. Again, nod chin to chest. Drip shoulders forward. Soften the knees. Walk yourself forward, high plank. If you need to, you can also lower the knees down here for the pause. And then activate hamstrings, glutes, walk yourself back. Again, we're trying to prevent the little waddle through the hips, staying as stable through the pelvis and lower body as possible. Surprisingly challenging, so just be gentle, be graceful with yourself. 2 more. Exhaling, nodding chin to chest. My arms are super relaxed here, and I'm really aiming for the crown to come down to the ground so I can look between my legs here. Palms to the earth, walk forward. Knees hovering or grounded, and then walk yourself back, stabilizing your pelvis as you do, rolling yourself up. 1 more time, big breath in at the top. Exhale, start by nodding your chin, rounding your shoulders, softening the knees, and maybe softening the belly here. Beautiful. Palms to the earth as you generously bend the knees. Walk forward. 1, 2, and 3 into your high plank. We're going to hold here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower your right knee and then your left knee down. You're going to take your left forearm and place it down to the earth. Take your right fingertips, tent them on the earth. I'm slightly rolling my shoulders open to the right, and you might want to bring your knees nice and close together underneath you. We're going to start by just lifting the right leg out wide and then slowly lowering it beneath the hip here. Okay, so these are commonly known as fire hydrants, pardon me, or perhaps dirty dogs, whatever you might be familiar with. But we're just simply igniting the back of the glutes to lift the right knee up and out. Take your time here, and as best you can, link your movements with your breath. I like to exhale as I lift. Inhale as I lower. And again, this is really designed to strengthen the glute and the hips. If you're experiencing any abdominal discomfort, keep your abdominals soft. If you feel like engaging the deep core with your exhale, hugging the belly in and up. Either way, whatever you decide is perfect. We're just here to move and to breathe. So take your time and be easy with yourself here. And let's go 5 more. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to bring your right forearm down to join your left. The forearms are going to be parallel like the number 11. And we're going to work on that same side hip. So your right foot is going to go up to the sky, squeezing the glute, and just tap your knee down to the ground. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists so we're not sinking back here. Keep the spine really nice and long. And again, if you feel up for it, engaging the deep core, but if you need the belly to just be soft here, that's perfect too. We're going to go 5 more. Good. 4, 3, last 2. On your last one, hold your right leg up as high as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your right bum cheek. Then we're just going to extend the right leg, flex the ankle, and we're going to keep the ankle flex as we curl heel to bum and then extend back out here. Curl and extend. So what tends to happen here is people kind of sink into the right hip. So you end up kind of leaning, into your left hip. You end up kind of leaning to the left. So see if you can really ground down through your right forearm and keep a little bit of your weight rooted down towards the right-hand side of your body. Squeezing the glute, lift your right knee up as high as you can, and then hold your knee still in space as you extend, stretch the leg, and bend. Curl into a hamstring. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Hold the leg out long, lower the toes down to the ground. You're going to lift up onto your palms. This next move is a little bit challenging, so we're going to work through it piece by piece. So to start, the right leg is going to lift up to hip height. As I bend my elbows, I'm going to shift my weight forward. So bring my hip in front of my knee, my shoulders in front of my wrists. As I bend the elbows, I'm going to lower my chin and my chest down towards the ground in front of my fingertips and lift my right leg up to the sky. So as I push back, you might want to bring the toes down to the ground to reset. Lift the right leg, breathe in, bend the elbows, shift the weight forward and down. Exhale, push up, shift back, and tap your toes down. Let's do 3 more. These are super hard, so don't mind me if I get out of breath here. Really, really hard. Squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Press up and shift back. Let's do 2 more. Lift the right leg up. Shift the weight forward. Elbows to the ribs as you bend. Press back up and shift back. Last one. Lift up. Shift forward. Bend the elbows. Press up and back. Nice work. Bend your knee under your hip. Tuck your toes, big toes to touch, and slide the hips back as we take child's pose. In child's pose, bend the elbows and just give the wrists a little bit of a spin here. Give them a break. Nice job. That's super challenging. So take a moment here to just catch your breath. Notice what you feel in your body. You stay in child's pose. I'm just going to flip myself around here, and then we're going to transition together to the other side. 1 more. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Beautiful. Stretch your arms out nice and long. Take an inhale, rise to tabletop. And as you exhale, just gather your knees together underneath you. You're going to lower down this time onto your right forearm, left fingertips tented on the earth, just off to the side of your mat. And let's go with those single leg lifts, dirty dog, fire hydrants, whatever you commonly know them as. Take a big breath in to prepare, and then exhale, lift the knee up. Inhale, lower knee under the hip, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Again, check in with yourself here. Do you want to engage the belly a little deeper? Or do you want to just keep it soft? You choose. Either way, still linking each movement with a breath. Beautiful. And really notice, can you feel the back of the hip that glute really firing up here. If not, maybe you need to stabilize the pelvis a little bit more. Maybe you're leaning quite a bit to the right leg. So see if you can shift your weight over a little bit more to your left. We've got 5 more, 4 more, last 3, last 2, and last 1. You're going to bring your forearms to parallel like the number 11. Bend into the left knee. Left toes go up to the sky. We're going to flex the heel and we're just going to lower and lift here. Lower and lift. Good. Make sure your shoulders are over your elbows. You're pressing the earth away so we're not kind of sinking out here through the shoulders and the upper body. And don't forget, most importantly, to keep breathing. Notice if the weight is sort of shifting to the right, can you root down through your left forearm? Beautiful. Lift and squeeze. Feel the back body ignite. Good. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Lift your leg up, extend your leg back behind you, flex the ankle if it isn't already. Beautiful. And then we're going to bend and extend. Bend and extend. Good. Keeping the knee up at least hip height. Try not to drop the leg down as you extend. You can imagine your knee is sort of sitting on a giant golf tee, and you can't actually lower and lift the thigh. You can only stretch and bend your knee here. Checking in with the right hip. Make sure you're not sinking over to the right too far. Let's go 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Keep the leg extended. You can slowly lower the toes down to the ground. Press up onto the palms. Okay, we're going to move into that challenging oil rigger move. So set yourself up for success. Your hands are a little wider than shoulder width apart. Again, remembering we're going to take a nice big breath in, float your left leg up. As you exhale, shift the weight forward, bend the elbows, and dip your chin ahead of your fingertips, and then slowly press up and back. So as I come forward and down, my leg lifts up towards the sky. And then as I shift back, my leg stays at about hip height, maybe slightly lower. Beautiful. Super challenging here. So don't be discouraged if you can't get your whole chin and chest to the ground. Maybe you just shift forward, dip, or bend the elbows slightly, and then shift back. That's also great. So here's your modification. I want you to keep going. We're going to do 2 more together here. Last 2. Beautiful. Last 1. Good. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your knee under your hip. Take your knees wide and slide all the way back to child's pose. Whew. That is a challenging move. It doesn't take much to get the heart rate up in that one. Come off the hands. You can just gently roll through the wrists. Give your hands a little break. And reconnect with breath here, especially during really challenging movements. We often tend to brace or hold the breath. So child's pose or any other resting pose is a really great opportunity just to reconnect and to take that time to literally catch your breath. And if possible, just slowing the breath down. Let's take 2 more moments here, 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Stay as you are for 1 more breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to stretch your arms long. Hands are coming out about mat width apart. Lift your head and chest. Look your gaze forward. Take an inhale as you caterpillar yourself forward. And as you exhale, come all the way onto your belly. Extend your legs long. And then we can stack the palms underneath the forehead, or you can just cactus the arms and rest your forehead right on the mat, whatever you choose here. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, I want you to squeeze your glutes and lift both legs up off the mat as high as you can. Take another big breath in. Keep your hands on the ground, whether they're stacked or in cactus. And as you exhale, can you lift your head and chest to hover just above the mat? Take again a big breath in. And then exhale to lower everything back down. I'm going to show you with the alternate arm variation. So taking an inhale, exhale, lower body lifts. Inhale, exhale, upper body lifts. Inhale, exhale, everything comes down. So you're going to continue with this variation or follow along with me. Again, we're going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower body lifts. Inhale, exhale, upper body lifts. Inhale, maybe you lift your arms, hands off the mat, hold, and then exhale, lower everything back down. Alternate arm position. Inhale, exhale, lower body. Inhale, exhale, upper body. Inhale, exhale, hands, and lower everything back down. So hands are great to stay supported. Keep going with your breath flow, especially if you are feeling any sort of discomfort through the midsection. The hands provide support and some grounding. So you don't have to lift all the way up. In fact, you don't even have to lift your limbs off the ground. You can just ignite the back of your body. So super modification here is inhale, exhale just to charge up the legs. Inhale, exhale just to charge up the back. Inhale, exhale, relax the whole body. So super subtle movement, but still engaging the back body really effectively. We're going to do one more round here, whichever modification, whichever variation you choose here. Inhale, exhale, upper body. Inhale, hold, and exhale, release everything down. Slide your hands into your shoulders, take an inhale, rise to tabletop position, and exhale to slide all the way back and down. It can be really helpful, especially if you are experiencing any abdominal discomfort, to just focus on igniting and awakening the back of your body. In doing so, also strengthening the back of your body. So it can sometimes be really effective to just concentrate the effort and the work to other parts of the body around the discomfort and let the part of you that is feeling a little uncomfortable just soften and relax here. Let's take one more big breath in and a nice easy breath out. And then you're going to tense your fingertips on either side of your knee. Slowly roll yourself up. And then swing yourself or shift your weight down onto one bum cheek, enough so that you can swing your legs in front of you. Now, if you're towards the back of your mat, just slide yourself forward. Use your hands for some support as we slowly lower down onto our backs. Hug your knees into your chest. And just a gentle rock, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip. You might want to circle the knees one at a time or together. Just explore any movement that feels good on your body here. And then you're going to plant your feet down onto the ground. Take your feet mat width apart and just bring your arms into cactus, or maybe stretch the arms long if you have the space. Taking a nice big breath in. As you exhale, slowly just release your knees down to the right. And we want this twist to feel really nice and gentle, especially across your midsection. So take any adjustments that you need to the hips, to the knees. Keep the feet staggered for a little gentler twist. If you feel like you want a little more intensity, take your left knee, stack it on top of your right, and then pull your knees up to about hip height. You can also take your right hand and maybe place it on your top thigh for a little bit of external resistance. This is a much more intense twist across the abdominal content. So if that doesn't feel great, again, just stagger the feet here, let the knees relax. We'll just take 2 more breaths here together. If your knees and ankles are stacked, just go ahead and slide your left foot behind you. So feet are back in that staggered position. And then slowly lift the knees up to the sky. Readjust your hips if you need to. And just nod the head from side to side, gentle rock of the knees from side to side for a quick little release before taking a big breath in. And then with your exhale, letting your knees fall to the left. Again, feet stay mat width apart for a gentler, easier twist. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, then you stack knees and ankles, draw the knees up a little higher towards your left elbow, maybe taking your left palm to your top thigh. And this is just an option for you if you want to go a layer deeper. Otherwise, this gentle twist is perfect. And see if you can just let your whole body soften into this shape, relax into the present moment. As we take 2 more breaths here together. If the legs are stacked, just slide your right foot back down to the ground, to the long edge of your mat, and then again, slowly bring the knees back up to the sky. And a gentle rock of the head, of the hips, of the knees, side to side. You can reach fingertips up to the sky, cross your arms, and just drape them across your body here. And maybe reach the fingertips up to the sky and switch. And then when you're ready, you'll just roll to one side. Hug your knees up nice and close to your chest, cradle your head in your hands. Take a nice big breath in. Nice big breath out. I'm going to encourage you for as long as possible to just stay here in this rested position. When you are ready, you'll gently press yourself up to a seated position, going nice and slow before easing back into your day. Again, my name is Melissa, and thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope it served you well. I hope to see you again soon, and until then, take really good care.